So yeah, I've been in Dumaguete for a couple of weeks now, and yeah, sorry that it's taken me a while to make another video. But yeah, I had a great first week here, and then I was in a tricycle crash, and yeah, I was pretty badly injured, and yeah, I was just out of action for a bit over a week, really. So I didn't get round to making anything. But yeah, I mean, I'll get to the tricycle crash a bit later on. But yeah, I just wanted to go through why I really like Dumaguete. And the first week here was amazing. It's a beautiful city, and I think it's kind of everything that I am looking for, really. It's yeah, it's a beautiful spot. I'm up here on my roof now, so you can see all the sea in the background. There is Cebu Island over in that direction. There is Siquijor over in that direction. Yeah, all the coast behind me. On the other side are the mountains, Valencia up in the mountains. So yeah, it's a beautiful spot, beautiful sized city, and there's kind of everything here that I want, really. There are plenty of nice bars, restaurants, there are a couple of nightclubs, and yeah, just all of the infrastructure that I was kind of looking for. Yeah, and the actual beach here in Dumaguete is not great. It's Siquijor Beach, and I did go there one day, but I ended up spending about half an hour there before leaving. The water's not that clear. It's you know, there's a bit of trash there, and yeah, it's okay, but it's not ideal. But just 20 minutes down the road there is Darwin, and the beaches there are beautiful. Sort of white sand, clear water, coral just off the coast, so beautiful for swimming and snorkeling. Yeah, so as long as you can live with a 20-minute scoot to get to the beach, I think it's ideal, really. Yeah, the location is great too, because obviously, yeah, you can see Cebu behind me, so quick ferry ride over to the island of Cebu, and the same with Siquijor. In the first week I did go over to Siquijor, and yeah, that was just beautiful, like a tropical paradise kind of island. White beaches, beautiful clear blue water, lots of coral again for swimming or snorkeling, some beautiful waterfalls, just a beautiful island. I don't think I'd want to settle down there necessarily, but if you were living in Dumaguete, it's just a really nice thing to have that a 30-45 minute ferry ride away, so that you can, yeah, pop over for a day trip, or for a few days at sort of minimal cost, minimal effort. Same with Apo Island. I've not been to Apo yet, but that's also only a short ferry ride away, and again, that looks really nice. So yeah, first week was amazing, and I was thinking, yeah, this is a great place, and I will probably settle down here for a bit, look at somewhere to rent. The cost of living as well is pretty good. It's slightly more expensive than on Samar, I think, but it's still a lot cheaper than it was when I was staying in Manila for the first week, and it's still, yeah, just extremely reasonable. Just to put it into context, 2-bedroom apartments in this building, rent for about 25,000 pesos a month, so about £330. And yeah, this building is great, really. It's the apartments are nice. It's a few minutes away from the beach, although that is the Siquijor beach. A few minutes away from the city centre, but there are within walking distance there are bars, restaurants, and even a nightclub just around the corner. I'll show some footage from the nightclub around there. So everything was going great, and then just over a week ago, so my second weekend here, I'd been out for a few beers, and I jumped in a tricycle to get back to my apartment, and the tricycle crashed, and I was knocked unconscious. So I've got no memory of the actual impact, but I was taken to the local hospital here, the university hospital, in an ambulance, and when I kind of came round, they explained to me the tricycle had crashed into a motorcycle, and they were quite good. They examined me and gave me a CT scan quite quickly after I arrived, and I ended up staying in the hospital for 36 hours, but just so they could keep an eye on me. And I'd got concussion, so I think just to check that I wasn't going to get worse and that nothing bad was going to happen. And the hospital, it wasn't too bad really. The people were very kind, very attentive. The actual hospital is quite modern, quite clean. The only sort of downside was I didn't get any food for the entire time that I was in there. I did ask for food. To start with, I was too ill to eat anyway. But after 24 hours, I was asking for food, and they were saying, there's a cafeteria on the ground floor. But at that point, I still couldn't really walk to get down to the cafeteria. The response was kind of, do you not have somebody here that can bring some food up to you? Yes, I said I didn't. And they said, sorry, that's just one of those things then. It wasn't too bad. And after the 36 hours, I did make it down to the cafe and managed to get a bit of a sandwich before I left. And it wasn't too bad. In terms of cost, it was 30,000 pesos, which included all of the medical bills whilst I was there. So about £400, which I don't think is too bad really, and hopefully I'll get some of that back on my insurance anyway. For this is just over a week ago now, and certainly for the first few days I could barely walk. It was really nice that Annabelle caught bus all the way from Calbayog down here, which took her, I think, over 24 hours to come and look after me for the first few days. And it's lucky that she was happy to do that, because I was in a bit of a mess for the first few days. And then I've gradually been sort of getting better. My hearing is still pretty bad, so I've lost quite a bit of hearing in my left ear, and in my right ear I'm still completely deaf. But the headaches are getting better. The sort of concussion seems to be wearing off now, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more normal again in myself. I think, the first few times that I went out, it was just very disorienting, and I was sort of seeing danger everywhere. I think I was just walking down the street, I was just very aware, whether it was holes in the road or dogs or even people, that I was in a fragile state, and that I really couldn't afford to fall over or take another knock to the head or whatever. But the last couple of days, I've been feeling a lot better, and this morning I went for a run on the boulevard, which is another beautiful bit in Dumaguete, and yeah, for a walk around the city, and I'm starting to feel good again. I think, yeah, today, walking around, I wasn't feeling fearful or in danger, and I was kind of feeling just happy again and enjoying the beauty of the place, possibly for the first time since the crash. So yeah, I'm pleased that things are starting to look up. Yeah, in terms of my plans now, I was thinking about renting somewhere here. I need to. I'm going over budget, and some of that's because of the accident, and some of that's just lack of organisation. But I need to find a place to live and stop staying in Airbnbs, basically. So before the accident, I was thinking of finding somewhere here and taking on a lease. I may still do that, but before I do that, I want to drive up to Cebu and explore Cebu and see what that's all about, really. So I'm going to head up to Cebu tomorrow and yeah, spend a couple of weeks there. I'm meeting Max and Simon in Cebu in a week's time anyway. So yeah, have a couple of weeks in Cebu, explore Cebu, and see how that compares to here, really. And then after a couple of weeks, I'll kind of make a decision, and I think it'll either be to rent somewhere in Cebu, or to come back down here and rent somewhere here. So yeah, that's my plan. Yeah, and hopefully the videos, you know, hopefully I'll get back to making some videos, make some nice videos of exploring Cebu and try and get a little bit back to normal. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me, and yeah, thanks for watching the video.